is Libby Strunz, and today I'll be discussing retirement and retirement counseling. In this presentation, I'll be discussing relevant definitions, as well as theoretical and psychological conceptualizations related to retirement that counselors can use when forming their own theory of retirement counseling. Finally, I'll discuss various roles for the retirement counselor in helping clients who are experiencing retirement to achieve wellness throughout the process. First of all, retirement has traditionally been defined as the end of the career and the withdrawal of the worker from the workforce in order to live a life of leisure, usually drawing from savings or a pension, according to researchers Harper and Schaffner. However, in today's climate, various social and economic factors have resulted in the nature of retirement shifting. And rather than an abrupt shift from career to leisure, now retirement is best conceptualized as a process with multiple steps, and one that varies greatly between individuals. According to retirement researchers Schultz and Wang, today retirement is no longer seen as the end of an individual's working life, but rather as an opportunity to continue one's working life in a different venue or form. In addition, it's becoming increasingly common for retirees to engage in what is called bridge employment, which, according to a definition by Ulrich and Brott, is a job that serves as a transition between a long-term career and complete retirement. Some retirees may choose to engage in bridge employment at the company where they held a long-term career position. Other retirees may choose to engage in bridge employment at a different company, but in a job that relates to interests and skills they already possess. Next, there's several theoretical and psychological conceptualizations of retirement, and counselors may find it useful to examine these different theories and conceptualizations when forming their own theory of retirement counseling. According to researchers Schultz and Wang, there are 3 stages of the retirement process. The first is the preparation and planning stage. The second is entering the retirement decision-making process, and the third is the actual transition to retirement and life adjustment process. Schultz and Wang also identify 3 different conceptualizations of retirement that can be useful to counselors. The first is retirement as a decision-making process. When examining retirement from this perspective, the theory is that when workers decide to retire, they choose to decrease their psychological commitment to work. When examining retirement as an adjustment process, this theory explores the psychological implications of an adjustment to retirement. And Schultz and Wang also identify a third conceptualization of retirement, which is retirement as a career development stage. And this approach largely focuses on retirement as an area of continued potential growth rather than the end of a career. Researchers Harper and Schaffner instead choose to examine retirement through Erikson's lifespan development theory. And in looking at retirement through this lens, we can examine how retirees are facing the crisis of generativity versus stagnation, as well as integrity versus despair, and examine ways that we as counselors may help our clients to successfully overcome these crises. Finally, the theory of work adjustment is also used by Harper and Schaffner in order to examine retirement. According to this theory, it's important that in order for retirees to successfully transition to retirement, they must achieve what's called an individual environmental correspondence. While all of these different theories and conceptualizations vary, and different researchers choose to approach retirement through the lens of these different approaches, one thing that unites them all is that each recognizes that retirement is a complex process that involves a significant transition and can affect a retiree in a multitude of ways. So this leaves significant implications for career counselors and the roles that they can play in the retirement process. When counselors are working with retirees, The retirement counseling process actually often begins while the retiree is still employed in a career position, because the retirement counseling process usually starts when clients are still in the planning and preparation phase of retirement. So, according to Osborne, first, counselors can help retirees determine factors that might lead to satisfaction in retirement by helping them to examine what factors have led to job satisfaction in the past. Next, using either formal or informal assessments, counselors can help clients to identify skills and abilities, needs and values, interests, and personality styles. Now, taking all of these factors into account, counselors can then help clients to generate a list of potential activities for retirement. Now, these work and non-work activities can range from bridge employment to volunteering to educational opportunities to hobbies to a variety of leisure and recreational activities. One reason that counselors play such a big role in the early stages of the retirement process is that researchers Harper and Schaffner have found that those who have a positive worldview, good family relationships, a robust and diversified identity, and involvement in meaningful activities outside of their work are likelier to have an easier transition to retirement. However, retirement counselors also play an important role in the latter stages of the retirement process, especially with clients who are struggling to adjust to retirement. According to Osborne, the main reason that clients struggle during retirement and struggle to make an appropriate adjustment is the loss of the work-life structure. Oftentimes, when retirees enter into the latter stages of the retirement process, they realize that they're feeling a large void in their life because their career was a primary part of their identity, and they are now lacking this aspect. Counselors working with clients who are facing this struggle can help clients understand how aspects of their pre-retirement life, such as their hobbies, volunteering, or leisure activities, may now become a more prominent part of their lives. In addition, counselors can help struggling clients become more involved in activities that can provide them with a sense of meaningful engagement, a sense of purpose, and positive self-esteem. One option that may be successful for clients who are struggling with the loss of work-life structure is engaging in some sort of bridge employment. Another reason, again according to Osborne, that clients may struggle in the retirement process is changes at home. Now, this is most common among male retirees who have a female partner that is still working. Oftentimes, this leads to them spending larger amounts of time at home alone during the day and feeling a sense of shame or guilt that they're no longer the primary income earner in the household. And this can actually lead to a lowered sense of self-esteem. So counselors who are helping clients struggling in this area can help their clients to develop strategies for maintaining a healthy dependency on the spouse, as well as at the same time having a degree of independent living. Finally, another reason that many retirees struggle with the transition to retirement is loss of friendships and relationships. Many retirees choose to relocate after retirement, and even among those who do not, they often find that it's difficult to maintain relationships with coworkers whom they're used to seeing on a daily or near daily basis and are now seeing only occasionally or rarely. One reason that it's so important for counselors to help clients in this area is that social isolation is a leading cause of depression among older adults, again according to Osborne. And counselors working with clients who are struggling with social isolation can help clients explore strategies for maintaining and strengthening current relationships and friendships, as well as making new friendships. Again, counselors may help clients explore activities such as bridge employment, volunteering, membership in clubs, organizations, continued education, and various leisure and recreational activities that would allow them to build new friendships, interact with others, and avoid social isolation. Finally, it's important when counselors are working with clients of diverse background to consider how multiculturalism and diversity can impact retirement in a variety of ways. When working with clients who are disabled, clients from traditionally disadvantaged racial and ethnic minorities, clients from a lower socioeconomic class, undocumented immigrants, or individuals who have faced chronic unemployment in the past, the retirement process can be very different. And membership in these groups may influence how a client perceives his or her career, as well as the decision-making, transition, and adjustment processes of retirement. So it's important to remember that there's certainly a no one-size-fits-all approach to retirement, and that counselors must be especially cognizant of how a client's membership in a disadvantaged group can impact the retirement process. In summary, the retirement process is a unique experience that varies greatly between individuals. In addition, retirement is not an abrupt transition between work and non-work, but rather a transitional process with multiple stages. And finally, retirement counselors can often best serve clients who are in the early stages of retirement by helping them to identify options for meaningful and fulfilling retirement activities. At the same time, retirement counselors can also help clients who are further along in the retirement process but are struggling by helping them to achieve strategies for meaningful engagement and wellness. Thank you.